The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And hi there, my name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this third day of March 2022, where we will not lock out or strike. So now, our replay goes day by day until we get real baseball, and that will be at least a while because we know we're going to do this for at least probably about 4 weeks. So 3 or 4 streams a week. We'll go day by day, picked out some good ones for the next week. You got the Mets and the Cardinals coming up. You got the Blue Jays and the Yankees, Blue Jays and the Red Sox. All sorts of good stuff coming up as we hit, the second. This is game 51 for the for both teams, or game 51 for the Royals and game 52 for the Angels. And speaking of which, it's a battle of aces on a Friday night in Anaheim. The old Disneyland doesn't have anything on this. It's Mike Witt versus Brett Saberhagen. The Royals are the only team in the American League West above 500. The Angels are all trailing the Chicago White Sox, who've caught fire. The Angels are 24 and 27. The Royals are 29 and 21. As we said, it's Mike Witt and Brett Saberhagen next. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 1985 tonight from Anaheim Stadium in Anaheim, California. It is the California Angels versus the Kansas City Royals. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Gonna turn on the fan. It's warm in here. So Mike Witt on a Chamber of Commerce night here at Disney. 76 degrees, 12-mile-an-hour winds blowing in from left center. You can smell the cotton candy and Cinderella's hair from here. Witt is 4-4 on the replay, making his 12th start with a 3.29 ERA. He is 25 years old. He's a fastball pitcher at 92 and a ground ball pitcher. And this is his first game against the Kansas City Royals. He last pitched on the 1st, so Saturday against the Tigers. He got the win in a 2-1 victory over Detroit. 8 1/3 innings, 147 pitches, 3 hits, an unearned run. He walked 4 and struck out 8. In fact, for Witt, that broke a 3-game losing streak throughout the month of May. He hadn't won since he shut out the Brewers on May 5th. So overall, Witt at 79 1/3 innings so far, 73 hits, 36 runs, 29 of them earned, 7 homers. He has walked 35 and struck out 62. Oops. Willie Wilson hits this one into center as they get started before I'm ready. Pettis comes in, 1 out. What the hell is going on? We're going to start this one again because that happened without me doing anything. So forget that being 1, 2, 3. Let's start this one again, gang. I won't reread you all the stats for that. Wow, what was that? Anyway, here's a lineup that Mike Witt will face. Willie Wilson leads off in center field. Lonnie Smith is in left for the Royals. He'll bat second. How you doing, Mr. Midlife Crisis? George Brett bats third and plays third. George Order, the DH, cleans up. Steve Balboni at first will bat fifth. Pat Sheridan in right will hit sixth. Frank White at second will bat seventh. Jim Sundberg behind the plate goes eighth. and Onyx Concepcion at short will bat ninth. Defensively for the Angels, Brian Downing is a 7-3 in left. Gary Pettis a 9-9 in center. And it is Reggie Jackson in right. He's a 2 and an 8. Great for Strat, not for Action PC. Doug DeCinces is a 5 at third. Dick Schofield is a 7 at short. Bobby Gritsch is an 8 at second. Juan Beniquez at first. No Rod Carew in the lineup. He's a 3. And Bob Boone is a 6 and an 8 behind the plate. Willie Wilson steps in at 261, 8 triples, 2 homers, and 20 RBI. And because the computer got ahead of me, forget what you saw. Let's do this. This one will start with a ground ball up the middle. Schofield shovels it up over to first, 1 out. So what's the weather? It's still a Chamber of Commerce evening, and it's still blowing in from left field. So I stand by what I said. You can smell the sausage, the peppers, and Cinderella's hair. From here, 72 degrees as we get started. Lonnie Smith at 273, a homer, and 9 RBI. Witt deals into left center field. Downing going back, but will make the catch, 2 out. For George Brett, George at 337, 12 homers, and 28 RBI. So starting next week, Tuesday at noon, and we'll probably plan on 4 games a week. We're just going to go day by day. So instead of normally what we do in a normal year, well, actually we haven't had a normal year in a long time, is it's Wednesday, any game I want to do, Friday, any game I want to do, and Saturday, trying to pick the best day game that NBC either did or should have done on Game of the Week. Now, we're just going to go day by day and pick out what I think is the best game on the calendar. And because we're now heading into June, it's time for the division rivals to really start meeting. Pitch to Brett. In the right center, Pettis goes over. And he'll make the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Royals go in order. Bottom 1, no score. So Brett Saberhagen, how you doing? So the Dodgers every day. No Lorenzo. No Dodgers every day. Saberhagen making his 11th start of his rookie year. He's 21 years old, a fastball pitcher at 88 and a ground ball pitcher. Last started on the 1st of June. Of his first loss since April 30th, the White Sox tagged him. 8 innings, 15 hits, 7 runs all earned. 4 home runs allowed. Goodness gracious, Buffy St. Marie. A walk and 5 strikeouts. So overall, 81 2/3, 93 hits, 36 runs, 33 earned, 12 homers. He has walked 12 and struck out 56. So he's 6-3, and the White Sox put such a beating on him as ERA jumped from 3.18 to 3.64. Lineup he'll face. Gary Pettis is in center. He'll lead off. Juan Beniquez at first will bat second. Rupert Jones is the DH. He'll hit third. Reggie Jackson in right cleans up. Doug DeCinces at third will bat fifth. Brian Downing in left will go 6th. Bob Boone behind the plate goes 7th. Bobby Gritsch at second bats 8th. And Dick Schofield at short will bat 9th. Witt threw all of 7 pitches in the first. The thing with the Dodgers, we've done a ton of Dodger games over the last 3 years and change, is that no one is really close to them. I'll put up the standings now. Houston. Everyone else is a fair to Midland team. There's a quiz on that later. Lonnie Smith, as we set the Royal defense, a 4 and a 5 and left. Willie Wilson is an 8 and an 8 in center. Pat Sheridan is a 5 and 5 in right. George Brett is 7 at third. Onyx Concepcion an 8 at short. Frank White an 8 at second. Steve Balboni a 5 at first. Jim Sundberg an 8 and 9 behind the plate. And Brett Saberhagen is a 7 on the mound with a .968 fielding percentage. as we start the 7th day of June, all 4 real-life division winners are in first place. Gary Pettis is at 242. 2 triples are playing back. And 9 RBI. Pettis will square, drops it down. Sundberg, quick throw to White, covering 1 out. But considering we're probably going to be doing this for the next month or so, you'll get your fair share of Dodger games. But Tommy Lasorda warns you that goats are not welcome at Dodger Stadium. Juan Beniquez at 269, 2 homers and 10 RBI. Something about some lasagna being eaten. I'm not quite sure what that's about. Beniquez lines out one in the left, but foul. Count is 1-2. Ground ball to third. Brett over to first for the out. D. Scott Howard put goat icons in the chat. That's great. Ripper Jones at 195, 4 homers and 19 RBI. Saberhagen winds and deals and struck him out. So the Angels go quietly in the first. After 1, no score. No labor dispute in this world. Well, that's actually weird, Todd, because this was the year there was a strike in August for 2 days, right? George Orta, 235, no homers, 19 RBI, and the replay now will be on a day-by-day basis, and we're shooting for 4 streams next week. Pitch to Orta. There's a base hit into left center. He takes it the other way, and Downing will pick it up. He's going for 2, the throw to Gritsch, and George has his 8th double of the year. Brings up Steve Balboni hitting 263, 13 homers, 40 RBI, and he's averaging a strikeout a game. He's at 51. Witt deals, and there's a ground ball up the middle over the mound. Schofield looks Orta back over to first. And Orta will go to third. Balboni retired 1 out for Pat Sheridan at 256, a homer and 12 RBI. Todd B. probably remembers this because he has the George Hendrick voodoo doll still in his room. But I don't remember him playing for the Pirates. Balboni's still not hitting his weight. Well, we all strive for things. George Hendrick was a highlight the other day on my stream. Pat Sheridan at 256, a homer and 12 RBI. Orta on third. Sheridan fouls it off. And the count is 0-2. By the way, if you had the chance, if you own a lot of the Action PC seasons, they've redone all the seasons from the 1930s to have actual lineups, real splits, probably some better computer decision making. And so if you got the upgrade price, it's like $34 for 10 years. Pitch to Sheridan. There's a liner in the left center. That's going to score Orta. Pettis picks it up, throws it in the infield, and the Royals lead at 1-0. Frank White, the batter. Frank at 298. 9 homers and 37 RBI. Jamie says Sheridan was one of those guys you wondered how he was on an MLB roster each year. Pretty talented bunch in Kansas City. Just seems to be fair to Midland. Pitch to White. Ground ball up the box. Schofield on the grass. Snap, throw to first, and White is safe. So an infield single, and that'll bring up Jim Sundberg, 243, 5 homers and 19 RBI. Here's a blooper into center field. Sheridan rounds third and scores with ease. White will go into third. Sundberg has an RBI single. And it's 2-0 Kansas City with one out. So runners on the corners for Onyx Concepcion. Onyx hitting 180, 3 home runs, and 13 RBI. Todd B's 80 Royals are starting to make some noise. You're doing what, 77 to 84? Pitch to Concepcion. Onyx flies this one to left center. Pettis rides the Schwinn. Coming way in, makes the catch. White will go back. Will he tag? And he will. And score without a throw. So it's 3-0 Royals. And for Witt, his opening 9 have become clumsy. Inning and 2/3, 24 pitches, 4 hits, and 3 earned runs. Willie Wilson is 0 for 1. Witt from the wind. Another base hit. That's in the left center. Downing will pick it up. And the Royals are cooking. Brings up Lonnie Smith is 0 for 1. 77 to 83. Best of each franchise. And hopefully he plays the Eagles' Best of My Love when he's doing that. So Sundberg on second. Wilson on first. 2 out for Lonnie Smith. Into left center. That's a rainmaker. Gary waits for it to come down, and Pettis will make the catch. But a productive inning for the Royals. 3 runs on 5 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's 3-0 Kansas City. And there is Mr. Cool himself, Reggie Jackson. Eating a candy bar, got himself a Nikon camera, or was it Canon? Reggie at 270, 9 homers, and 27 RBI. Todd plays George Hendrick's favorite song, Desperado, and gets all weepy. Pitch to Reggie. Little number down to second. White quickly to Balboni, and Reggie, well, the afterburners would have worked in 79, but not by 85. 1 out. Brings up the Sensei. Doug is at 228, 6 homers and 28 RBI. Kansas City gave Saberhagen a 3-run lead in the top of the second. And Saberhagen got the Sensei. A 1-2 fastball swung on and missed. So that's 2 for Saberhagen, 2 out for Downing. Bryan at 245. 5 homers and 24 RBI. Now you got that damn song stuck in my head. Pitch to Downing. There's a ground ball, third base side. Brett will let it roll foul. I was watching last night on YouTube the 10 longest touchdown passes from Billy Kilmer. Can you imagine if someone of Billy Kilmer's physique played in the NFL as a quarterback today? 1-2 the count to Downing. There's a fly ball, center field. Wilson will make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the third. It is 3-0 Kansas City. No, Kilmer never threw a tight spiral. Kind of a knuckleball pitcher. Zalapsky Smurf, how are you? Downing should go into the Hall as a baseball pioneer as an early steroid user. Uh-oh. These are the reasons why my videos get thumbed down. Pitch to Brett. There's a pop-up. Schofield by the bag at second. 1 out. Here's Orta. George has a double and scored one of the 3 for KC in the second. Witt from the wind. Line drive. Gritsch is there. 2 out. Yeah, crazy years before a car accident. I didn't realize that. Of course, Billy was well before my time. He was a running back. In fact, here's Balboni, by the way. He's 0 for 1. on the infamous Jim Marshall wrong way play, it was Kilmer who dropped the ball as a receiver. Todd B says that explains why Downing is hitting near 400 after 30 games. Miska Muska Mouseketeer. Pitch to Balboni. Struck him out. First for Witt. Got him on the inside corner at the knees, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors for Kansas City. Bottom 3-0 Royals. So Boone, Gritsch, and Schofield. Boone at 255, 3 homers, and 12 RBI. Ground ball to short. Concepcion deep in the hole, over to first. 1 out. That Kilmer was essentially Tarkenton before Tarkenton became Tarkenton. He had 590 rushing yards his rookie year. And this is the type of high-quality conversation that you never hear about in a fortnight stream. Here's Bobby Gritsch. Bobby at 234, 3 homers, and 17 RBI. Well, when I was doing this Tuesday, I thought they'd settle this on Tuesday. It's not a strike, it's a lockout. I'm sure Brian Downing is probably tired of hearing of people wanting him to pee into a cup. He's dominating in Zalewski Smurf's 83 replay, ordering a drug test immediately. To think Sonny Jurgensen, probably one of the best pure passers in NFL history, had a shared time with Kilmer. They are, and of course, Sonny tore his knee up. Pitch to Gritsch. Base hit left field. So the first hit for the Angels is a single to left. And that'll bring up Schofield. Dick at 200, 3 homers and 17 RBI. I want to say that we're playing real baseball by May 1st. Schofield, infield back, 1 out. Gonna square. He does. Sundberg picks it up, throws to second, and they got Gritsch. Oh, they threw to try to double him off, and he couldn't do it. So 2-6 on the fielder's choice, and there's 2 out for Gary Pettis, who does not look like Belle Biv DeVoe in that picture. Gary is 0 for 1. Saberhagen is opening 9 on 37 pitches. 2 2/3 innings, a hit, and 2 strikeouts. Tribe fan and Todd B are in the same chat. This should be a real treat. May 1st, minus 1,000. April 5th. Okay. So the odds are you get pretty much 10 to 1 on May 1st and 100 to 1 on April 15th. I can't imagine they're going to talk for the next week or so. Pitch to Pettis. Schofield on first. Line drive to right. Sheridan will make the catch and feels absolutely insulted. No, it dropped. It dropped in. 2 out. They're going to hold Schofield. Sheridan was too busy looking at the fans. He got a late jump on it, and it fell in. Sheridan had some nasty words to say after people openly wonder why he was on the Major League roster. Well, that's why people wonder. Juan Benitez is 0 for 1. First and second, 2 out. Bottom of the 3rd inning, 3-0 Kansas City. And he draws the walk. They're loaded. First for Saberhagen for Rupert Jones, who struck out his first time up. So bases are full of halos. Saberhagen deals. Walked home a run. Schofield scores. It's 3-1. And here's Reggie. He has 9 homers on the year, and 2 of them are grand slams. And so everybody's up now. Wind blowing in from left center at 15. Jackson waves the bat back and forth. Saberhagen deals. Struck him out. Got him swinging. And that will retire the side. The Angels get a run on 2 hits and no errors. We go to the 4th, 3-1 Kansas City. I didn't know that. Wow, Jamie says that Downing hit 219 of his 275 career homers after the age of 31. Here's Sheridan. He singled, driven in a run, had his fifis hurt, and scored. Up the middle, here's Gritsch. Bobby throws to first, 1 out. Brings up White. Frank singled and scored in the 2nd. You know who was a better hitter after 30 was Dwight Evans. Downing had bad eyesight as well. Imagine if he had LASIK surgery. Well, I think that's one of the reasons why Jim Rice fell off a cliff and waited to the last moment to get in the Hall. I've told you this before. When I met him in 1980, he was wearing glasses. But he never wore them to play. You throwing something to me at 90 miles an hour, I want to make sure I'm swinging at the right one. Pitch to White. Struck him out. 1-2. Fastball swung on and missed. So that's 2 for Witt. Here's Sundberg. Jim had an RBI single his first time up. 2 out, top the 4th. Witt winds and deals. In the right center, Pettis comes in and will retire the side. Kansas City goes in order. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 3-1. And so we'll show you these standings again. Now remember, we're going day by day. Play Godspell and you'll be fine. The Dodgers, we've already had a request to do nothing but Dodger games. Boy, that didn't take very long. A 4.5 game lead over Houston, 7 over San Diego. The Reds are 10 back, but they've won 3 straight. In the East, St. Louis has a 6.5 game lead over Chicago. They have the best record in baseball. They are also... No, it was D. Scott Howard. I haven't heard from Lorenzo in almost a year. The Cubs starting to fade. Were the Mets really a 500 club in June? Need more Philly games. Oh, yeah, 19-31. We'll get their obligatory appearance out of the way against Tampa Bay, right? American League West, the Royals are in first. The White Sox are at 500. They've won 8 straight. Seattle in third. The Angels in fourth. Mr. Howard, we are going to do a game from the Kingdom in the next week or two. In the East, Toronto by 5.5 over the Red Sox and the Tigers. The Yankees are 7 back. JT Dutch has abandoned us because Cleveland isn't playing all that well. Milwaukee at 20-28. So DeCinces 0 for 1. Saberhagen to start the bottom of the 4th. The concrete jungle of the Kingdom. In the left field. Back goes Lonnie Smith. That is away back there, and Lonnie's going to run out of room. 3-2. DeCinces with a solo shot. That's his 7th of the year. Here it is again. That was stung, too, because the wind's blowing in that way from 15. So that's in the football bleachers. No, we bought some magic duct tape. There won't be any ceiling tiles falling. Didn't Kingman hit the roof once? I'm sure he did. Kingman hitting the Kingdom. Here's Downing. He's 0 for 1. Saberhagen deals. Ground ball to third. Brett across the way for the out. 1 out for Boone, who's 0 for 1. There's a base hit left field. Lonnie picks it up, and that's a single. So 1 out for Gritsch, who singled. Score is now 3-2. The Angels have cut this to a 1-run lead. Saberhagen only gave up 19 homers in the real year. He's given up 13 in his first 85 innings here. Pitch to Gritsch. He walked him. The replay has not been all that kind to Saberhagen. A real-life whip of 105.8 that you can't find on the FM dial. And on the replay, it's 1.318. Schofield is 0 for 1, and he draws the walk. So Saberhagen has loaded the bases with 1 out here in the 4th for Gary Pettis. Gary is 1 for 2 with a single. Saberhagen 80 pitches deep. 3 1/3, 4 hits, a homer. He walked 4 and struck out 3. Mets in 85 had a bad June historically, but they'll have to reverse that here to be in it. Here's the bugaboo with the Mets. Look in that 1-run column. They are 1-12. St. Louis is 6-6. The Blue Jays are 13-6 in 1-run games. So they're loaded for Pettis. Saberhagen sweating bullets now. Pettis got him. Struck him out. Pettis swung on and missed a fastball. Tipped it right in the glove of Juan Beniquez. Man, that came out like Gardner's impression of Red Cashin and a cat's tail being stepped on at the same time. Here's Beniquez. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. So the Angels only have 1 in so far, and they still have the bases loaded. Saberhagen's pitch. Ground ball to Balboni, and the Royals are going to get out of this. How about that? They leave them loaded. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the 5th, 3-2, Kansas City. That brings up Onyx Concepcion. Onyx hit a sat fly, I think, to drive in his 14th run. Witt starts the 5th with a fly ball left center field. Pettis, 1 out. Dave on color there. First down. Willie Wilson is 1 for 2. He's got a single. Witt is opening 18 on 63 pitches, 4 1/3. 5 hits and 2 strikeouts. All 3 runs are earned. Wilson lines 1 to right. Reggie makes the catch. 2 out. Here's Lonnie Smith. Lonnie is 0 for 2. Mr. Gardner has a busy week, so I'm doing a solo edition of the show. To first, Beniquez, and that will retire the side. The Royals go quietly in their half of the 5th, halfway home on a Thursday afternoon. It is the Royals 3, the Angels in disguise have 2. I can't. Oh. You join us late. Here's how we got here. The Royals get 3 in the 2nd. Pat Sheridan singled to score George Order to make it 1-0. Jim Sundberg then singled home Sheridan to make it 2-0. Onyx Concepcion with a sac fly to make it 3-0. The Angels have chipped back. They got 1 in the 3rd when Rupert Jones was walked home to score Dick Schofield. And the fourth, Doug DeCinces, a solo homer to make it 3-2. So Brett Saberhagen, 4 innings, 4 hits. Both the runs are earned. He's walked 4, struck out 4. And Mike Witt, a 5-hitter through 5, he's given up 3. Rupert Jones digs in. He's 0 for 1, a walk, RBI, and a strikeout. And on June 11th, Phillies beat the Mets 26-7. Calvin Schiraldi held the Phils to just 10 runs in an inning and a third. The only way that Bob Murphy made that a happy recap if one of his friends, Johnny Walker, was in the booth with him. Oh, Todd, nobody there to interrupt my digital dice stories. Will this be a 2-hour special? No, probably 25, 30 minutes. Pitch to Jones. There's a liner up the middle, and that's a base hit. Todd's mean. Here's Reggie. Reggie struck out with the bases loaded his last time up. That's something you never saw before. He's 0 for 2. Pitch to Reggie. He hits that one to right. Back goes Sheridan. Way back. Is that going to stay in the yard? No, it will not. So Reggie with a 2-run homer. And it makes the Angels a 4-3 lead, or gives them a 4-3 lead. Nobody picks on Reggie Jackson. The Queen is in trouble. Reggie hit a home run. So Saberhagen has barfed up the 3-run lead. And now bring up the Sensei 1 for 2. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Angels. They've left on 6. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and the Royals have left on 2. Pitch to DeCinces. Base hit right side. Sheridan throws it back in. 7th hit for California. Here's Downing. 0 for 2. Von Hayes in that 26-7 game hit 2 bombs in the first, including a grand slam. Lieutenant Drebin behind the plate, yeah. Someone told me Reggie was the most overrated superstar in the modern era. You know what? I'm not really gonna dispute that. Who else would it be? Wasn't Reggie, obviously. Downing 0 for 2. Ground ball to third. Brett's got to come in on this. He'll go to first, and he's not going to get anybody as Downing beat it out. So the infield single, and the Saberhagen's woes continue. There's still nobody out for Bob Boone, who's 1 for 2. Enrico Palazzo, yes. Pitch to Boone. Popped up. Sundberg takes off the mask into foul territory. No. So the count goes to 1-2. Struck him out. That's 5. Check swing on a 1-2 fastball was in there, and there's 1 out for Bobby Gritsch. Bobby has singled and walked. First and second for Gritsch. Into right center, Wilson comes in and will make the catch, and everybody goes back. Will DeCinces tag? No. 2 out. A lot of people thought Jeter was overrated. I'm not sure I'd put Reggie and Jeter in the same era. How you doing, Brad? Now, I'm not sure defensively Jeter was overrated. Yeah, you know what? I don't think Reggie gets the... it's interesting. I think Brad makes up a good point. People really don't remember Reggie today because he sucked all the oxygen out of the room for about 5 years. Here's Schofield. Dick, 0 for 1, a walk and a run scored. First and second, 4-3 Angels. Sundberg and Saberhagen have a word. Saberhagen deals, and that is... I have no idea what that was. Shallow fly ball to center. Wilson comes in to retire the side. Angels have left on 8. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. To the 6th we go. 4-3 California. That's true. To be overrated, you would inevitably had to play for the Yankees. Oh, see, this is why my videos get thumbed down. Or play quarterback for the Jets. How dare you talk about Vinny Testaverde that way? He's my quarterback, man. George Brett is 0 for 2. Into left, Downing, 1 out. Richard Todd would like to have a word with you. George Orta is 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. Reggie was a superstar. If you don't believe him, just ask it. Ask him. 1 out here, top of the 6th. Orta, ground ball to short. Schofield across the way. 2 out. The thing is with Reggie, he backed it up. Oh, Ken O'Brien. I'd forgotten about Ken O'Brien. Steve Balboni is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Of course, no one would ever think that Norman Esiason was overrated. Pitch to Balboni. He walked him. And I think Balboni is as surprised as the rest of us. A full count, just a bit outside in a fastball. 2 out for Sheridan. Pat 1 for 2. Single, run scored, and an RBI. To short. Schofield. Great play. Over to Gritsch. He went deeper in the hole than I thought, and he got the easy out at second. No runs, no hits. They leave a runner on. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 4-3 California. So Saberhagen, 27 batters deep, 119 pitches, 5 innings, 8 hits. The 2 homers. He has walked 4 and struck out 5. Mark Sanchez. Poor Mark, I think, had the worst Thanksgiving Day game of probably anybody. You know, he actually is the Jets' all-time leader in road playoff quarterback wins. But he'll always be known for the butt fumble. Pitch to Pettis. Gary draws a walk. That's not what Saberhagen needed. Here's Beniquez. Juan is 0 for 2 with a walk. Saberhagen's day must be almost done. In the center field. Wilson. 1 out. Pettis goes back to first. Mark Sanchez is properly rated. Here's Rupert Jones. Rupert 1 for 2. An RBI, a single, a run scored, a walk, and a strikeout. Jones, it's a ground ball to White. Might be 2. No, only play is to first. 2 out. So Pettis goes to second. And that'll be it for Saberhagen. Mike Jones coming in to pitch. Jones to face the lefty Jackson for Mike. 12th appearance of the year. 26 years old, a fastball pitcher, fly ball pitcher at 91. He last pitched against the White Sox on the 30th, so he's had a full week to think about what he's done. He has no record and an ERA of 4.15 in 4 innings against the Shy Sox. 65 pitches, 2 hits, and 2 walks. Overall, 17 1/3, 15 hits, 8 runs all earned, 2 homers. He has walked 12 and struck out 8. Reggie having a Reggie day, 1 for 3. He has homered, his 10th, and with 2 RBI and a strikeout. Road quarterback Jet wins. That sounds like Tom Selleck's character in Mr. Baseball. Jack Elliott, who gets mad when he's traded since he led the club in game-winning doubles in the month of August. Pitch to Jackson. Reggie strikes out. Got him on the outside corner. No runs, no hits, and no errors. And leave a runner on. Go to the seventh. 4-3 Angels. So Mike Witt starts the seventh. It'll be White, Sundberg, and Concepcion. Frank is 1 for 2. Has singled, scored, and struck out. Chad Pennington, I thought Chad was a decent quarterback. White, ground ball, base hit, right side. Reggie picks it up. So the tying run is on for Jim Sundberg. Jim has an RBI single already. He's 1 for 2. Pitch from Witt. Line drive to Schofield. 1 out. White goes back. Jack Elliott probably led the Nippon Pro Baseball League in nose hairs. And don't forget, this week at Safeway, you get your Norelco nose hair trimmer. Only $9.95. And with a Dodger ticket stub, that goes to $5.95. Remember, Dodger dogs like to be eaten by clean-shaven people. Onyx is 0 for 1 with an RBI. Tebow got a cup of coffee with the Jets. Did he actually play? I was at the store, working at the sports store at the time, and when the Jets signed him, we couldn't keep that jersey in stock. Pitch to Concepcion. Onyx lines this one to left center. Pettis coming in, makes the catch. Maybe he's going to dive. Can he get it? Yes, he can. Oh, baby. On the grass. Tushy over tea kettle. 2 out for Wilson. Willie is 1 for 3. Witt's opening 27 batters, 101 pitches. 6 2/3 innings, 6 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. This time around, a ground ball to third. DeCinces sets up to go to second. No, he's going to go to Beniquez. And Wilson is retired. Royals go in order. Stretch time 4-3. That's Jason Stark level of abusing trivia. That's pretty good. So DeCinces 2 for 3, singled, solo homer, and struck out. Mr. Baseball, an underrated baseball film. Elliott, when he was not hitting, said, quote, "Baseball is like the tides. There's high and low." His interpreter tells him right now, "You stink up the harbor." Pitch to DeCinces. Here's a fly ball to left. Lonnie Smith going back will make the catch. 1 out. Todd B. Been too quiet. Susie Colbert, Joe Namath. Yeah, that might have been the most awkward television moment. Well, at least in sports. Brian Downing is 1 for 3. He's got himself a single. 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Angels up 4-3. Downing draws a walk. Jones missed high and away on a 3-0 fastball, and that'll bring up Bob Boone, who's 1 for 3. Ooh, do I bunt here? I might bunt here. I will bunt here. They're playing back. Boone drops one down. Sundberg over to White. So 2 out for Gritsch, who's 1 for 2 with a walk. Yes, but I'm not sure Susie Colbert in 1970 would have made that work. Although I think Joe was just as soused. Tribe fan says Namath and Susie would like to put that in the recesses of my brain like the tribute to Chris Benoit. Gritsch in the right center. That should retire the side. Wilson makes the catch, and that will do it. After 7, 4-3, Angels. So Alani Smith, George Brett, and George Orta. As Mike Witt works towards the end of his night, Lonnie is 0 for 3. Sunday is our next scheduled stream, by the way, noon Eastern. If the Cleveland baseball team starts to win, I think you'll get used to Guardians in no time. Using Pro Strategy Football 2022, the 84 playoffs will start with one of the wildcard games. Don't ask me who's playing in them, but a wildcard game for you Sunday at noon right here on Retro Sports Network. Hal McRae is going to pinch hit. Hal at 362, 4 homers and 10 RBI. As a pinch hitter, 286 and 2 RBI. I still can't wait to call the Washington football team the Commies. Pitch to McRae, ground ball to third. To Sensei, across the way. 1 out. Brings up George Brett. George has been quiet. He's 0 for 3. Witt winds and deals. Popped up. Right side. Chris has it 2 out. Todd is going to pick it a game dressed as a bridge. You complain of injustice. You're just going to get run over. Charge a toll at least, okay? Pay for one of those beers. Here's Orta. George has a double. It's 1 for 3 with a run scored. I'm still saying Red Hogs for the Washington team. Or the red tape. The Washington red tape. Don't you think that would have worked better? Pitch to Orta. There's a base hit in the right field. Jackson will pick it up. Panika should have had that. And that brings up Balboni. Steve is 0 for 2. He has walked and struck out. Probably the last batter either way for Witt. Mike deals. Got him. That's his third of the ball game in there at the knees, and that will retire the side. Royals get a hit and strand a runner. Bottom 8, 4-3, California. So Schofield, Pettis, and Beniquez. Ducky is 0 for 2 with a run scored and a walk. You can't use curse words. I don't even want to know what that... Oh, snafu? Yeah, you could have called them the snafus. Or you know what? Name the new stadium the Foo Bar. Karl Marx for the Washington mascot. There you go. Well, in a 92,000 seat stadium, you don't need to share. Pitch to Schofield is a little number down to White, almost on the grass. Over to first. Okay, I got it now. Slow as ducks. Yes. 1 out. Here's Pettis. Gary 1 for 3. Has singled, walked, and struck out. Yeah, red tape. There is a lot of it. Pitch to Pettis. Gary hits a ground ball to short. Concepcion gathers it and throws. 2 out. Redskin potatoes, yeah. So the Washington red tape will win by smothering its opponents. You could do that with the Red Hogs too. Just there you go. Admirals would have been better. I mean, just Juan Benitez is 0 for 3 with a walk. And there's a fly ball right center. Willie Wilson comes in to make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 9th, 4-3 Angels. No, there wasn't a lot of imagination, and they could have turned. I mean, Snyder could have made millions off of that. So Donnie Moore comes in to close it out. Donnie 5-1 with 10 saves and a 2.56 ERA. In 11 save opportunities, he's made 10. Or converted 10. 21st appearance of the year. Last pitched on the 1st against the Tigers in a save. 2/3 of it inning, 13 pitches, and a walk. So overall, 31 2/3, 35 hits, 9 runs all earned, 5 homers, but he hasn't given up a homer since April 30th. Or May 1st, rather. 9 walks and 19 strikeouts. They wanted Bland. They should have called themselves the Vanilla Pudding. So it'll be Pat Sheridan, White, and Sundberg. Sheridan 1 for 3, a single, a run scored, and an RBI. I mean, there would have been nothing risky about an Admiral. Red Hog. Sentinels. Lumberjacks. But the Guardians, at least there's a bridge in that area. So at least it stays something related to Northern Ohio. Pitch to Sheridan. Pat hits a ground ball to Schofield. Over to first. 1 out. The only way an owner gets booted out I'm not sure how they would boot Snyder out. Seattle changed your name from Chieftains to Red Hawks. Yeah, worst owner in pro sports. At least Jerry's won something. Frank White is 2 for 3. He has singled twice, a run scored, and a strikeout. So, playoff football for you Sunday. And then Tuesday, we start our lockout day-by-day coverage. We're the Lake Monsters here. You wouldn't want to be known as the Golden Gates? I don't understand. Pitch to White. Fouled back, and Boone takes it off his mask. 0-1 the count. There's a base hit in the left field. Downing will pick it up, and a 1-out single brings up Sundberg. Jim is 1 for 3, singled an RBI. The Cleveland Indigenous People. Yeah, that's easy to say in a headline. Now, you got 2 big Cleveland guys in here. Spiders. Pitch to Sundberg. There's a ground ball to third. Might be the ball game. DeCinces to Gritsch for 1. Bobby goes to first. And that will be the ball game. So the Angels come back to beat the Royals 4-3. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for California. They go 25-27 and leave on 10. Kansas City falls to 29-22. 3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. They leave on 5. Reggie Jackson's going to get your player of the game. He went 1 for 4 with that 2-run shot to put him up in the 5th. Brett Saberhagen falls to 6-4. 5 2/3, 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned. The 2 homers. DeCinces had the other. The date in game is Friday the 7th, I think. Walked 5 and struck out 5. Mark Jones did all right. He faced 8 batters and retired 7. Witt goes to 5-4, 8 innings, 7 hits. June. 3 runs all earned. He walked 1 and struck out 3. And Donnie Moore gave up a hit, but the double play means he got the side in order, essentially. So the rest of the 7th day of June, about 30 on the year. And so here are the American League leaders, just in case you're wondering, because we know you are. Did Reggie hit 30 in 85? Anywho, a full night of baseball here. Pirates beat the Cubs 11-10. The wind blowing out there. Jose De Leon 1-4. Rick Sutcliffe 6-4 now. Bill Madlock, his 5th of the year, 3 for 5. He drives in 4. The Cubs had 16 hits. Reds beat the Padres 2-1. Tom Browning, first of a doubleheader, goes 5-3. Rudely interrupted here. Mark Thurman takes a loss, 3-4. Kevin McReynolds, 1 for 4, his 9th of the year. Reds sweep the Padres, 5-1. Frank Pastore gets the win, 2-4. Dave Dravecky, 3-4. Gary Reed is 2 for 4 with a double and a stolen base. Cardinals beat the Mets 5-3. That's Tuesday's offering. Kurt Kepshire, 5-3. Roger McDowell, 1-4. Tom Nieto, 1 for 2, 2 RBI and a triple. Cleveland over Seattle 3-1. Neil Heaton goes to 3-6. Snyder falls to 0-3. Waddle with a 7 save. Cleveland steals 5, by the way, in that one. Montreal 7, Philadelphia 6. Dave Palmer 2-6. Steve Carlton 3-4. Tim Wallach 2 for 5, his 11th of the year. Drives in 3. Dodgers over the Braves 4-2. Jerry Royce. Thanks, everybody. Jerry Royce, 6-2. Bedrosian, 2-6. Owen, 2 for 3, his first of the year. Jays drub the Tigers, 9-4. Dave Steeb, 8-3. Walt Terrell, 7-2. Jesse Barfield, 1 for 3, his 8th of the year, and steals 2 bases. Baltimore beat Boston 9-4. Mike Boddicker, a signing we should never have made, 5-5. Al Nipper falls to 3-4. Cal Ripken, 3 for 4, his 13th, drives in 3. Houston beats the Giants 7-3. Mike Scott goes to 7-2. Adley Hammaker, 4 for 4, or 3-3. And Terry Poole, 4 for 4 with 2 doubles. Toronto, by the way, stole 5 bases and that win over the Tigers. Yankees behind Ron Guidry beat Milwaukee 16-2. Guidry goes 6-5. Jerry Kochenauer gets his first loss. Ricky Henderson, 3 for 5, his 7th of the year, drives in 2. Minnesota snaps the White Sox winning streak. They win 5-2. Pete Filson goes to 2-3. Richard Dotson falls to 1-4. Tom Pachort, wimpy, 3 for 3 and a stolen base. Texas beats Oakland 5-3. Dave Schmidt, 2-5. Keith Atherton falls to 3-2. Carney Lansford, 4 for 5 with a stolen base. And that is the day in baseball. Tuesday, Mets, Cardinals, noon. Wednesday, Milwaukee and the Yankees. And next Thursday, Toronto and the Yankees. And that's a big one in the Bronx. I'm Ron Juckett. I might change that Sunday game. If I'm doing I don't want to do the Yankees back-to-back. Who else could I do? We did Kansas City and California. I don't want to do the Cardinals-Mets doubleheader. Anything else look appetizing to you, gang? It's a lot of doubleheaders. Boston is always good. I got Boston a couple times, though, because Toronto's coming in. Of course you want the Dodgers. And you know what? Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by Goody's Headache Powder. Tigers, Blue Jays. Am I doing? Ricky wins. So, there you go. All right. So, Sunday, it's football. Don't ask me who the hell it is. It's a playoff game. And until then, have a good day, everybody. So long.